want to chat about the Kbox 120. You may have seen the unboxing video there of the Kbox 120. I got two of them in white. Slide that puppy off. Get some stickers for your battery. Really though, stickers for your battery. Why? Because on the door, I took the paint off of this one. On the door, right? Mine comes off a little stiff, like. You can see whatever's behind there. See? Yeah. So if you have a black battery wrap on there, it'll look something like that. I don't mind seeing whatever wrap my batteries are in there. So, yeah. It is what it is. But they give them to you in case you want to hide your green batteries. I don't know. Get the authentication code guide, and you get this nice manual, because manual though, and it just comes in there like so, like that, and that's it. That's what's in there. There's no batteries that come with it, nothing. Now I've seen a couple other people's, and this one I've taken the paint is off. Alright, there is no battery rattle. You gotta shake it really hard. I think one of the maybe it's the fire button here, you just barely hear it. You gotta shake the snot out of it for that to happen. But the door is nice and stiff. I've been using the snot out of both of these. Right? This is how it's supposed to look. Has the Kangertech on there. Nice setup, screen, all that jazz. Don't care for the battery ventilation of the giant K. I would have liked that to just been plain Jane. And then more battery ventilation there. Alright? This does quite a nice job of charging your dual 18650 batteries. Yeah, they're clear wraps. It's a very nice setup, and if you want to do this to it, it's really easy to take apart with 4 screws. Really nice. The battery sled you can see all the way through, of course, because it has a taco shell. You all know I'm not a fan of the taco shell, but it actually works really well. I always got to look at this twice. It is in series. Alright? It is in series. Snap together. Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't move. You can make it move. Just a little bit. It doesn't happen when you're using it. And you can see there's a bit, just a hair of a gap, which I think if you just put this thing in a vise, you see that? You just put this thing in a vise and turn it down a little bit, the gap would be totally gone. The paint job, especially on the edges, this has been going in my pocket quite a bit, and you can see the edges starting to wear off on there. And I noticed today that if I just take my fingernail and make this nice line, now you'll really see that. See that? I just scratched that all off with my fingernail. Yeah, the paint isn't that great. Comes off, but not where it really matters. Like the flat part, I can't even dig my fingernail into that. I tried earlier today, but on the edge, the paint just did not stick. We'll scrape that whole other side off too. There you go. Because I don't really care. And up on the top, I'll probably drip juice over my keyboard or something. It says Kbox 120 up there. Alright, and on the bottom, some battery venting. I'm just showing you the white one because it's easier to see everything. Because it's white. It does have a spring-loaded 510 connector in there. And had you want to take this apart, pop the taco shell, right? Is it 3 screws? Maybe it's 3 screws. There's a screw right there, okay, of Phillips, right? No, it's a hex key, same one that fits my velocity screws actually, and then 2 Phillips down here at the bottom. You take those out. Oh, one on the other side. There was 4. There's one on the other side, the hex key, and this whole piece, screen display, everything. The buttons, of course, fall out by themselves. You just stick them back in there. This whole thing comes out, and you just have a C-frame left. Do whatever you want with it. Kind of nice. Kind of nice if you're into making things your own. It's kind of nice. But just not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. Now, let's see here. I'll vape a little bit. It works quite well. I am going to say it seems like it's off just, I want to say like a 1/4 of a volt, you know, a couple of watts depending on what you have on here. It's running 25 watts on something like the iStick 50. Yes, this is an iStick 50. You can see they're almost the same height. The Kbox 120 is just a little bit taller because of the C-frame, and it's just slightly wider because of the chipboard that goes along in here. That's it. So if you like something the size of an iStick 50, just a hair bigger, I've been pocketing this. It works great. You put that next to Sigelli 150, yeah, you see the difference. The width is about the same, but the height is way different. A little comparison for you. What's the range? What's the range? Let's see here. I'll turn it all the way down. It does auto scroll. However, it is not the fastest horse in the race. 7 watts all the way to 120. Alright, see how long this takes? It will scroll 0.1 if you do this, and then once it hits the 0, it will just automatically go to 1 watt. But no matter where you're at on the board, if you want to go 84.2, you can. You just hold it back down again. Don't drip anywhere. I don't know if there's enough juice in here to drip anymore. Up to 120 watts. Should we hit it? Sure. Immediately singes my cotton because it's a 0.77 build. What's the voltage of 120 watts at 0.77? 7.06. It works. Still tasty though. The onboard charging in it works pretty much as well as my i2 charger I have, the IntelliCharger. About the same amount of time. It does have a really nice battery display on here while it's charging. It did not get hot. I've done it like 30 times. Just charge the batteries on here while I have other ones in my charger. Works perfectly fine. Works quite well actually. Temperature mode, I haven't played with very much on it because I don't have a need for it. I've put the Crixus on here and just used it in NI 200 mode, which for this, it's 5 clicks on, right? It's off. See? And it's just going to tell you it's off. Comes up, Kangertech, and there's your settings. 1, 2, 3. Takes you into NI 200. Yep, NI. 3 takes you to titanium. I didn't do it fast enough. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Nichrome. and stainless steel. The only thing I have that's stainless steel is the Rattle, and it's not the right kind of stainless steel. I don't even know if it says it in the book. Let's look in the book real quick, because books, yo. Do you say? I'm not seeing it in the book. No, I'm not saying, it doesn't say which stainless steel, whether, you know, it's 316 or whatever. It's not telling me. Will fire down to 0.05 in Ni200 titanium and stainless. Nichrome, it will do 0.1. So 0.05 in the others, 0.1 on nichrome. And doesn't say anything about what it'll fire down to with regular Kanthal. I never build that low anyhow. I'm gonna turn this down. No, we're not. Also on this, okay, it's in stainless steel mode right now, right? It stays at 120 watts in every temp setting. You cannot change it. You can change the temperature, and that's it. And once it's in there, it's in there. I mean, that's pretty hard hitting. This is just a Kanthal build in here. It went right back to its wattage setting after firing it twice. Now, another funky thing with this is you take your addy off, right? It doesn't auto figure out what it is that I put on there. Let's put the Atlantis on there and fire it, and it still says, well, it's 0.76. It changed a little bit, right? This is a 1 ohm coil in here. The only way to get it to do what it's supposed to do is to hold that down, and you'll see the ohms blinking. Oh, you want me to check what you're putting on? Okay, cool beans. Now we put it on and we fire it, and then sometimes, not always, it asks you, new coil, no minus, plus yes. Yes, this is a new coil, and it's reading it at 0.96. The iStick usually reads this thing out at 0.99. And I rock it at 25 watts. Yes, a whopping 25 watts. Why? Because I have a C-cell coil in here. And it's 1 ohm, for crying out loud. See how long this takes? Oh, then I missed it. I miss it. Do it by 1. 0.1s. Come on, 0.1, go. Now, 25 watts is 5 volts on the iStick, which is what I usually run this on, but for the last couple weeks I've been running on here. So 25 watts is 4.9. Got some juice in here that I got from Damn It Janet. Damn it Janet. I already forgot the juice company's name, but I got Epicenter in here. Epicenter. Kind of caramely. Got almost a butterscotchy whatever. I don't know. Not digging that one too much. But caramels and whatnot. Eh. Battery life is better than the 50, okay, but nowhere near the SIG. Same batteries. It holds true in both of these. I get the same battery life out of both of these, and they are equivalent to my Snow Wolf. So I'm not using it in temp mode. Same with the Snow Wolf. I rarely ever use that in temp mode. There's only one thing that I throw on there, the Crixus in temp mode. Battery life on these is identical to the Snow Wolf. Identical. They're milliseconds difference, I don't know, but it's damn close to each other. However, I notice on the non-temperature controlled Sigeli, I get more life. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the chipset in here doing extra work trying to figure everything out, even though I'm not in TC mode, just like the Snow Wolf. Got a lot of stuff going on the inside, probably eating a little bit of juice. The only reason it lasts a little longer than my iStick is the iStick is like a year and something old, and of course these batteries are going to be wore out by now. I've used this thing up to no avail, man. So it's a nice mod. It's got, well, sorry, microphone's over here. Clicky buttons. That's the power. That's the up. That's the down. It's got nice clicky buttons. No smushy feel to it. Just works perfect. I don't lock this thing ever. I don't bother to turn it off ever. The power button is flush. The up down buttons aren't, which is kind of a bleh. If it was indented like the power one is, you can see the indent a little bit. It's nice and flush right across there, so there's nothing that hits up against it to turn it on. However, every now and then, and you gotta be like rubbing up against something real good in order to turn it up and down while it's in your pocket. Now, let's see here. If you hold the plus and minus down, you know, it's upside down to you. It's upside right. Alright, I think it's the up or positive, and power will backlit it. So now it's reversed. Kind of neat. I haven't had to use that function yet. The screen is bright enough for me to see, even with this weird, yeah, because you know it's way down in there. Even with that, this is bright enough for me to see out in the daylight, so I haven't used the backlit at all. And it just works, and it slides out nice and stiff. There's no magnets in there. There's a channel on the taco shell. I'm gonna call it a taco shell because that's what it is. It's a taco shell, and it just clicks into place, and it's not coming off, okay, which I'm quite surprised at. I thought it would wear in a little bit more by now, but I haven't opened it near as much as I thought I would because I just onboard charge it. It is pass through. You can vape it while you're charging it if you want. I had a stupid build on here. I don't even know what this one reads now, but this is probably the dumbest one I have right now. So let's put the dumbest one I have on right now, right? This is the 30 mil Temple, and I got some twisted wire in there. I don't know what it reads at. Hold on, we got to do this, right? We got to unscrew it, turn that on. It's going to flash 9.99. Stick this back on. What are you at? 0.39. It's just a stupid build. It's almost 5mm twisted coils, 26 gauge, I believe, and it doesn't get hot. I'll throw it all the way to 120. Let's all take a moment of our time to sit and wait for this to get to 120, which it's not yet. It's still going. Here we go. Come on. There it is. Yeah, that takes a little bit of time. Let's throw some soothing, just peachy, on my dirty, nasty coils, because we can. We'll just juice it up. And my pewter's going to sleep. Sorry, I make this a little long. I haven't done device review, looky-loo, whatever. Just won't even soak into them coils. Look at how shiny they are. Doesn't even want to soak in. It's like, no. We'll fill up the dripper a little bit. It's 30 mil. It takes a lot of juice to fill it up. Alright. It's at 120. I've been using this on the series box. So, it does quite nicely. There's 6.88 volts. It does hit fairly strong. 120 watts. We can do this. There's a Sigelli right here. Bulletproof Sigelli, right? Why not side by side it with something I vape on all the time? Because it's bulletproof. I found no flaws with the Kbox 120 at all. It does what it's supposed to do. It might be off just a little bit as far as power goes, not being totally true. Let's see here. Are you on? No, you're not on. Door. Give me the door. Alright. And we will put this all the way up to 120. I'll go 121 because no, alright, cool, it rounded out. Never mind. 120. Alright. 120. Yeah, you idiot. Check atomizer. Okay. Down, up. There you go. 120. Hit. Second hit. You can't just do one hit. The first one ramps it up, you know. And the second one really keeps it where it is. Really. So we'll do a 2-hit combo on this. Looks so funny. I must say there's a 10-watt difference at least. This is hitting just a little harder than what this is. Just a bit. And the Sigelli reads it at a 0.4, which means it's putting out 7.1 watts instead of the 6.88. So yeah, it should work itself out. Reads it a little lower, therefore a little bit lower voltage applied. Reads it what it's supposed to be, correct voltage applied. So the Kbox 120 reads a little low. You could chalk that up to a safety feature. What safety features does the Kbox 120 have? Are safety features listed? I don't know. Manuals though. Manuals? What's those? And I don't read French. Kbox 120 makes use of new design PCB, which gives series of new function. It supports nickel, titanium, stainless steel, and normal nichrome resistance wire with temperature control. Temperature regulation of 1,000 times per second. Monitor the resistance wire much accurate and with output of 120 watts. Integrates the necessary safety protection with smart charging current function. Yeah. Software upgradable. I didn't look to see if there was an upgrade or not on it. Kbox protection, short circuit protection, LCD flash and display 0.0 ohm. Atomizer open circuit, cell reverse protection. Yeah, no power output. I can even show you that. Nothing's going to happen. Right? I'll take a battery out. I'll flip it. Right? Nothing happens. Take that battery back out. Flip it back the right way. It says Kangertech. Everything's up. Ready to go. Ready to rock. 10-second overtime usage protection. So 10-second cutoff for all of us. Cell capacity protection. When cell capacity drops too low, cell indicator will flash. Yes. Not that anyone should ever try it at home or anywhere else in my neighborhood, but if I stick a set of the old laptop batteries in there and put something of this nature and crank it up to 120 watts, you might get 3 puffs and then it's gonna say, you ain't got enough power, bro. That's it. Kind of nice if you got janky batteries. It's not gonna let you drain those batteries out. It's just not gonna. It's gonna be like, no, your batteries can't handle this, bud. Go away. You can vape it with the door off. You can. Why would you? You can. I like it. It's small. Has a lot of functions. Battery life isn't stellar, but it's good. Lasts all day. If I use the dripper, I can go 8 hours. You've all seen me vape. This is how I vape all the time. I can go about 6 hours, 6 to 8, depending on what my build is, but it's usually maxed out. Let's go, let's play, let's vape. I think that's what I got for you. Pretty much lasts all day on something that's 1 ohm and above, though. Just put that out there too. Vaping like this, you know, at a regular setting, like 25 watts, a 1 ohm, all day, no problem. When I vape, I chain vape. And I keep chain vaping. That's how I vape. Kbox from Kangertech. I like it. I like it. It's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let me get all this stuff in here. Check it out. They're around 40 bucks right now. You can find deals for around 30. I did see one last month. I believe somebody had it up for $26. So visit some different sites. I believe My Freedom Smokes. Is that where I got this? I think it's where I got this. Right now I believe they're at like $38 and change on the site. When I picked these up, they were 30. Not too old, 30. A backup for the backup, just in case you don't have a backup. Kind of nice, kind of nice. As per norm, you all have fun now, because I know I will.